for Denver as we get going here. Moutier out there with Foy. Then there's Kenneth Faried. And it's Gallinari in at the 3. Griffin has to win. Picked by Vucevic. The kick out to Aldridge. Out to the right wing. Here's Griffin. And he jams it with authority.
Explosive leaping ability.
Oh, the effortless knack for getting inside.
And guys, how about how fearsome he is at times? I mean, you'd hate to be the guy tasked with guarding him.
Here's Moutier. Vucevic with the block. And here's Louisville. They trail by 1. It's stolen by Moutier. Passes it to Faried. Dishes it to Moutier. Out of bounds. Louisville takes possession.
Well, that's inexcusable to throw a pass that far off the mark.
Ball's checked in for Jeremy Lin. Here in the second quarter with a little over a minute gone. Paul goes in. Outside for Griffin. It's tipped. Yes, once again, it remains perfect. 6 attempts and 6 hits.
His shooting has been outstanding here. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
And it's sent back by Aldridge. And so it looks like Denver will retain possession here. Second quarter of action, about a minute and a half played. 2 open that time, made it look too easy. Moutier's got 5 points so far.
Not the biggest fan of that shot, but he had the space to get it off, so why not?
Picked by Vucevic. Griffin sets the screen for Paul. There's the dish to Griffin. Back to Paul. Clock at 6. That's good. Paul's got the game tied up here for Louisville.
Those defenders look like they're out of gas. I mean, they're getting pushed around on the low block.
Yeah, but they better rally soon because they've given up 3 straight buckets in the paint.
Nice shot by Foy.
Boy, I tell you what, he loves getting looks like that from the three-point line. No one near him. That's a warm-up jumper for him.
Paul outside. From downtown, but they recover it. Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. It's stolen by Moutier. And here we go. Moutier into the hoop. And then jammed down as it goes right over Blake Griffin.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now.
Clark, there is a swagger out here on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either.
That's right.
I tell you what, I used to love to go up and jam like that.
Blake Griffin doing all sorts of things. 12 points and 1 rebound. You talk about being on, he's been it. Not even 1 missed shot so far.
This is superhuman stuff we're seeing today, guys.
This is his first free throw of the game. A different look for Louisville. Zinkis, he's checked in for Vucevic. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Paul. And Denver also making a switch. Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Laverne. And the whistle blows, and it's going to be an over-the-back call here.
Boy, did he go hard to the boards, but clearly went over the back in doing it.
Yeah, kudos for the effort. I always love that. That kind of effort, but he was just a little overzealous.
A different look for Louisville. Vucevic comes in for Porzingis, and Paul subbed in for Rajon Rondo. And then for Denver, J.J. Hickson, he's checked in for Reed, and Nelson is subbed in for Moutier.
I like the fact that he led his teammate right to the ideal spot. You don't always throw it to your teammate. You throw it to where he needs to be.
Kicks it to Thompson. Paul with the screen for Thompson to the inside. It's tipped. Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. Gallinari with it. Now guarded by Vucevic. Gallinari passes to Hickson. And again, it's Denver.
And that's another assist for a team that is putting on a clinic on how to share the ball.
And I love the mentality that they've had. If a shot is... They're not forcing it. They're moving it side to side until they finally get the one they want.
And it's Paul penetrating. Launches a three. Paul can't get that one to fall.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
And it's sent back by Aldridge. Paul outside. And Vucevic kicks to Paul. And the layup falls.
And that's his strong suit, the ability to find his way through the D and finish at the rim.
Denver leading by 6. And Denver decides to take their first time out here. Zinkis is checked in for Louisville. Roberson comes in for LaMarcus Aldridge. Denver also making some changes. Chandler comes in for Gallinari. And it's Will Barton in for Randy Ford. Nelson kicks to Hickson. Here's Barton. He's covered by Thompson. 6 on the shot clock. Denver passing it around. Nelson from outside. It's rebounded by Porzingis. Louisville trails by 6. Paul passes to Porzingis. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. Paul's got 4 assists now tonight. Here's Nelson. 58 seconds left in the second quarter. And another miss by Denver.
That's what we call good defense in the paint, worth its weight in gold.
It absolutely is, and maybe even more than that. I mean, you saw it right there. Without his...
Screen by Nurkic. Louisville. 4-point game. Robertson dishes to Paul. The feed to Robertson. It could go. That misses. Would have counted had it gone in. And the first half comes to a close. We've got a close.
Ladies and gentlemen, dance team.
And now the start of the second half. Neither side jumping out ahead through the first 2 quarters. You look at Blake Griffin in this game. He's been everywhere.
And he really just broke out the entire arsenal of post moves there in that first half.
And I think he might even have a few more tricks up his sleeve. I mean, he'll break them out as we start heading down this.
By Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. On the court for Louisville. Ball out there with Klay Thompson. Then there's LaMarcus Aldridge. Then there's Griffin. And it's Vucevic in at the 5, roaming the paint. He hits the second from the line. Louisville trails by 5. Paul kicks to Aldridge. Paul passes to Griffin. Thompson in the corner. Fires from the wing. They get it back.
Ill-advised shot there.
Yeah, exactly. That was lower than low percentage.
And the dunk by Chandler.
And very little fight put up by the defense as he made his way to the bucket for the jam.
They did seem to take the cautious approach, Greg, when it came to defending that one. You're right.
And guys, it's not the time for caution now. I mean, they've got to be aggressive and take some risk to see if they can cut that lead down.
Moutier with the ball. Chris Paul covering. Gallinari wide open. No good with the triple. Little over a minute gone here in the second half. Paul kicks to Vucevic. Stolen by Fareed. And Foy with the clear path to the hoop. And that one's good. Foy's got 5.
And that's the kind of play you just do not want to give up defensively. You lose the possession and give up a quick 2 at the other end. That's losing basketball.
Especially when you can't afford to give up any buckets. That's a nice lead now.
Timeout called, Louisville. A big group substitution here for Louisville. Serge Ibaka has checked in for Griffin. Flalo comes in for LaMarcus Aldridge. Andre Robertson, he's checked in for Thompson. And Damian Lillard subbed in for Chris Paul. And Ibaka slams it in.
Now that's finishing your work right there.
Powerful two-hand jam, you're right.
And I tell you what, if he's got a few more of those in him, this lead will start shrinking. Even further.
Moutier, no good.
He's got to be disappointed with himself on that one. He has got to knock those down.
Flalo, no good. Denver leading by 5. Inside, it's deflected. Feeds to Moutier. And he uses the glass on the layup. Moutier's got 9.
Hard to get that one off with the size difference there. That makes it a tough individual matchup for him, especially down low.
Well, took on the big guys going in there and challenging them like he did. But, boy, that was a nice job.
Moment here now for an injury report. Now let's get an update on Vucevic. What's the status there, Doris?
Yes, Kevin, I got some news from Louisville's head athletic trainer. He told me that it doesn't look too serious.
Okay, Doris, sounds like he won't be out for too long.
Well, hopefully that's the case, Kevin, and he'll be back before long.
Now here's Lillard, following the miss by Kenneth Fareed. And with that, the Denver lead is cut down to just 2 points with the bucket from Lillard.
It's got to be nice for them to know that game in and game out, his offense is going to be there for him.
Denver calls timeout.
Yeah, maybe a change of the game plan right now, looking at some different sets because of the matchups.
Yeah, I agree with you because they're looking to tweak things to maybe get those matchups working in their favor.
And Louisville making a change here. Porzingis is checked in, and Denver also making a switch. Laverne, he's checked in for Wilson Chandler. Randy Foye is on the way. He's got 5. Inside, Laverne. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. Laverne's got his first points of the game. Here's Roberson, covered by Foye. To the left side wing. Here's Laverne. Makes no mistake on the open jump shot. And it's a 6-point Denver lead.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
5 straight baskets, Greg, resulting from assists. They're playing as one unit out there.
And not going to let him get that easy dunk. Defense stopping the easy 2, but a foul called and a trip to the free throw line instead. Louisville shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night.
Lillard having a good one. He has 8 points, and he's chalked up 1 3-pointer on the day as well.
And Clark, I'm sure that won't be the last one. A lot of times he can get hot and stay hot from beyond.
Catching up on the changes for Denver. Yusuf Nurkic comes in for Fareed, and Barton subbed in for Gallinari. Now, here is Foye. Over to the left wing. But they get it back. Offline with his 3. Here's Lillard, and a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
And Kevin, who says a point guard should look to pass first? I mean, not when you can finish like this fella.
Well, Clark, he wasn't going to give that opportunity up to a teammate.
Well, you know, Kevin, that's one he'll always take himself, and he should. I mean, you can't pass up that kind of opportunity or fun.
Not too much respect shown to him by the defenders.
Pass to Porzingis. On the wing of Flello. Lets it go with a 3. Shot is no good. Denver leading by 5. Here's Foye. Lillard with the block. They recover it. Here's a Flello. He kicks to Lillard. From deep. And it's Denver with the rebound. And pushing it up. Here's Denver. Here's Moutier. Misses the runner. And here's Louisville. And Ibaka kicks to Roberson. Louisville, no good that time either.
Kevin, just enough presence to bother that 3-point attempt there.
Yeah, but for a guy that shoots it as well as he does, I'd say that is an easy look. Clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there. Earned those free throws.
And now we'll get perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for Denver.
Boy, their hounding, harassing effort at the defensive end, very impressive. And they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
Yeah, but also, they haven't missed a beat in terms of their fast break game. That's been equally as effective all night long.
A different look for Louisville. LaMarcus Aldridge is checked in for Porzingis. Thompson comes in for Aaron Aflalo. And it's Paul in for Lillard. J.J. Hickson, he's checked in for Denver. Nelson comes in for Randy Foye. Paul dishes to Ibaka. Thompson from long range. No good. Denver leading by 7. Nelson, the pass to Barton. Down low. Hits. Caught that one from Nurkic.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
35 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Paul kicks to Thompson. He dishes it to Aldridge. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Aldridge has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. The pass to Moutier. And the rebound goes to Louisville. Ibaka's got 4 rebounds in this game. And here is Paul. Screen by Ibaka. On the wing, Thompson. Good if it goes. And the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. The third quarter comes to a close. Denver leads by 6. And time for the short break, and stay right where you are. The fourth quarter is coming up next. And thanks for joining us again as the fourth quarter of play is set to get rolling. It's been a close battle to this point. Louisville trails by 6, and Denver will start the fourth quarter with. Dixon is out there with Kenneth Faried. Then it's Nelson. Then there's Gallinari. And it's Chandler in at the 3 slot.
And they'll be counting on even more points from him. That's essential if they're going to pull this game out.
Nelson dishes to Faried. Nelson sets a screen for Faried, and the call will be against LaMarcus Aldridge. That is his first foul of the game. Denver making a switch here. Foy's checked in.
Randy Foy.
Nelson, no one around him. No good on the quick 3.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Lynn with it, and it's Nelson picking him up. Vucevic a screen on Nelson. Lynn the pass to Griffin. Shot clock at 5. Lynn kicks to Thompson. Shoots it. Denver grabs the miss.
And he has slipped into a funk, Clark. You can see the confidence is shaken.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, he's very much deflated. The basket looks a lot smaller to him at this point, and the only way you can get out of it is to work yourself out of it.
And so it's Louisville with it. Denver getting their last shot to go. A nice shot by Lynn.
Really aggressive play there, taking it to the rack against the big fella.
You know, Greg, aggressiveness is really the only option when you're on the wrong side of the size equation.
Now, here is Foy. There's the pass to Gallinari. Screen by Faried. Shoots from the elbow, and it comes off the front of the rim. Louisville trails by 3. Thompson for the triple. Again, the miss by Thompson.
He's really lacking in confidence out there. 0 field goals made so far in this game.
Excellent work there in transition.
Yeah, I think it's always better to go early in transition, to attack when it's there, because oftentimes you can beat the defense down the floor.
Timeout called, Louisville.
They've been committing a lot of turnovers, and I imagine that's exactly what they're talking about right now. They need to tighten it up.
Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke. For an update.
Thank you, Kevin. Brad Stevens had some words for his team over the break. He actually lit into them pretty heavily, saying, "We're being way too soft on the inside. I'd better start to see some toughness and more shots being challenged. No more easy baskets." Pretty strong words, guys.
No question he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
And he's good on the second.
That one miss was huge. He had a chance to turn this into a one-possession game.
Now Foy. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Chandler with the screen on Thompson. Fires, high post. Nice shot by Foy. And Denver leads by 6.
We're seeing him bring that shooting percentage up now, guys. The first half was a struggle for him.
Aldridge dishes to Thompson. Beyond the arc. Another shot. Chandler with the block. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Chandler.
Out of bounds. Still Louisville ball.
Thompson inside the line, and at last they get one to fall.
How about the inbound pass there? Easy bucket.
Denver leading by 4. Moutier with the ball. Shoots from 12. Second shot opportunity, and it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Going against Chandler has been a big issue for them. 9 points and 1 rejection in this game, too.
And was it a good one? Really, one of their highlights of the game defensively.
Wilson Chandler. 2 shots.
And he makes the first. And he can't hit the second.
Contact a little more so than they did in the first half.
And defensively, if you're trying to battle back, you can't keep sending them to the line. Yeah, it looks like he saw some things out there that need to be adjusted, and he's going to take a break here and talk it over.
Hey, you know, coaches sometimes need a break in the action to rethink and retool a bit. Anytime you're in that situation, it makes sense to use the timeout.
Pass to Gallinari. Back to Farid. Here's Moutier from down in the low post. It goes. Moutier's got 9 points here in the second half. He feeds it to Farid. And there's the call on Klay Thompson.
Klay Thompson. That's his second personal foul.
And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth. Moutier kicks to Foy. Nice spin off the left rim and in. Foy's got the lead up to 9 now for Denver.
Man, he's got a lot of firepower right now. I mean, what a half he's having.
Paul for 3. Gallinari with the rebound. Gallinari's got his 3rd rebound on the night. Farid the pass to Gallinari. That pushes it to double digits. And now it's an 11-point Denver lead.
Another bucket in the paint. That's something they just have not been able to stop today.
Yeah, the defense is all about disrupting timing and spacing, and what they've got going. Right now is not getting it done. Clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there, earned those free throws.
2 shots.
So the first one drops, and that brings them to within 10. Vucevic checked in for Louisville. Both free throws good from Paul.
Getting to the stripe is something they've been doing a lot of in the second half, guys.
And when you're behind, it's a good strategy. Not only do you get points, but you also get to set your defense.
And that's an intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
Now, here is Foy. Moutier, no good.
Boy, there was no hand in his face right there. I thought for sure he was going to knock that down.
Paul kicks to Thompson. 3-pointer. Louisville, no good that time either.
Tell you what, the defense has nothing to worry about out there with him shooting. I mean, we can't dial it in from deep this half at all.
Good on the first, and that'll push the lead to double digits.
2 shots.
Chandler hits them both. A minute 20 left to play here in the fourth. Hall. And the bucket counts, and he's on his way to the free throw line. Try to make it a 3-point play.
Really, they haven't worked it inside as much as they did earlier in the game. And the way they did it in the first half, I think they've got to get back to trying that. It worked for them then. It should work for them now.
Now, here is Foy. And Chandler, here we go. The shot is off. Good work defensively by Ibaka. Louisville trails by 8. Thompson from long range. And it's Denver with the rebound.
He is just really almost playing for the other team. The shooting has just been poor.
Over in the corner, Foy. Baseline jumper. Chandler's shot, good. And Denver leads by 10.
Icing on the cake right there, fellas, for what has been just a phenomenal performance.
Greg, if it's pound cake or strawberry shortcake, I need a bite.
Well, go ahead. Take your bite, Greg. Go ahead, yeah.
You know, I'm going to let Clark have his bite.
3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. And guys, they can just sit on the ball here if they want to.
Sure can, because they've earned the win.
Didn't take their time in wrapping this game up. They came out with a sense of urgency.
Nice ending spurt to polish it off. Once they had them on the ropes, they started throwing haymakers at them.
The whole knockout blow.
Here's Roberson from deep three-point range. No good. So we see Denver get the win here. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home team.
And Kevin, how about the mental toughness that this group showed? They were never rattled at all by the opposing fans.
And that'll do it, folks. This is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching as we end with the Jordan Player of the Game.